coach or something. But in civilian life, guys, there's not really anyone telling you what to do or just handing you a healthy plan. Okay. So this presentation is going to help you guys build some structure for yourself and educate you on how to stay fit, how to stay confident, how to stay healthy, and how to just stay in control of your body. Okay. I'm gonna have some a few minutes at the end for some questions. If you guys have questions, please write them down and then we can answer those at the end. Okay. All right, guys, the realities of life after service. Okay. What usually happens to a lot of veterans, this is in my experience with working with a couple of my clients, is you're not moving as much as what you were used to, which means you're gaining weight. Okay. Now the food is all on you. You got to figure out what we're cooking, what we're ordering, if we're going to go out. You know, there's so many different options. And usually, if you are going through y'all's training that I know you guys are going through, you don't have a lot of time. So it's either like you have to meal prep or you have to order food, but people don't have time for that sometimes. Okay. And now you don't have any kind of team or person telling you what to do, telling you to get out there. So you don't have any kind of accountability. Okay. What I've seen the most common thing happen, guys, is after you get out of the service and you start going into civilian life, people usually gain 20 to 30 pounds within the first year to 2 years. Okay. And it's not because you're doing anything wrong. It's just your body is not doing what it's used to. Okay. So what happens is your energy drops, your confidence fades, and your motivation to do anything completely tanks. Okay. And I know there's a lot of people who either struggle with trauma or now that you're out of serving, you're being isolated. Maybe you're in your home all by yourself and it's a little weird. So adding weight to that is definitely going to make the mental health struggles just go up a lot more. Okay. And the reason why this happens, guys, is because, like I said, you didn't change, right? You still have that muscle mass. You still have, that athleticism that you used to have, but you don't have any kind of structure or accountability or things just like ready to go. Okay. Um, last time I had this presentation, last time I did this presentation, someone actually brought up a really awesome topic about burning calories. And so I want to highlight on that real quick. When you guys were working out all the time and moving all the time and doing all this kind of stuff, you were most likely burning over 3,000 calories a day, okay? Which is a lot. And you are probably eating just as much as you needed to maintain a strong body, let's say low body fat and things like that. But now that you're not doing that anymore, you're still eating that much food and you're not eating at the new caloric maintenance that you need to be eating at. Okay, so to make math simple, let's say you are burning 3,000 calories and eating 3,000 calories. You're not going to go up or down in weight. Now you are eating 3,000 calories, but you're only burning 1,000 calories. So now you're eating an additional 2,000 calories that is making you gain weight. Okay, those are very basic numbers. That's not 100% accurate, but you get the idea. Okay. All right, here's what you guys need to understand. Okay. What you're used to is hardcore training, right? You're either training for a test or you're training for something with a deadline that's coming up, okay? Usually when you're training for that kind of stuff, it is intense workouts. They are very goal specific, but they also lead to short-term performance goals, which makes sense, okay? But now that we're not doing that kind of stuff anymore, we need to kind of transition our mindset over to how can we build a lifestyle. So consistency will always win over intensity. Okay, because we're trying to create long-term health goals. We're not trying to lose 10 pounds in 30 days. We're not trying to, bulk up for some sort of test that we have to pass. But we're just trying to maintain a healthy, energized lifestyle that we know we can actually keep up with. Okay. So if you eat more calories than what you burn, you're going to gain weight. If you eat less calories than what you burn, you're going to lose weight. I know a lot of you already know that, but sometimes I have to state the obvious for things to just click. Okay. Also, macros. These are really, really important. For people who know macros, good. Make sure you keep focusing on that. But if you don't, these are really, really important, guys, just for fat loss in general, for energy, for keeping a healthy mindset, for maintaining muscle mass. If you are not educated on how much protein you're supposed to be eating throughout the day, the difference between good carbs and bad carbs, and the different sources of healthy fats that you can have in your lifestyle, these are things you need to understand so that when you are meal prepping or going out shopping, you understand what you need to get. Okay. All right, guys, real quick. I want to teach you guys how to flip the script. Okay. Yes, I created the TruFit Academy, and the TruFit method is basically a three-step framework. Okay. We need to figure out a way to consistently move. Okay. Something that's going to fit in your schedule, either walking, yoga, going to the gym, even doing like an at-home workout for 10 minutes. Okay. You need to be doing something. We got to fit it in and we got to schedule it. Okay. If you have calls all day long or if you have trainings all day long, then wake up 15 minutes earlier because I know you guys are used to waking up early and get it done. Okay. If you can't do that, if you're not really a morning person, then that's fine. Make time for around lunchtime, make time in the afternoon, but you got to make time to do something. Okay. The next thing is sustainable nutrition. I'm not talking about restrictive diets because what usually happens when you restrict food out of your diet, now all you're thinking about is the Oreos that you're not allowed to eat, which is what I do. Okay. Um, but if we are able to find a plan that is sustainable, that is balanced, then we're able to see results and live the lifestyle that we want to live, aka eating those cookies. Okay, which is my biggest weakness. Okay. So planning those macros, which is kind of what I talked about, planning upcoming meals, okay, is going to be really, really important because if you're not planning it, then you don't know what you're going to be doing. And then what happens is it's a Wednesday night, you have no food, you don't know what to do, it's getting late. So what do? You order pizza, okay? Or you order Chinese food or whatever it is, okay? So getting in at least 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight is going to be ideal. Now, if you weigh 200 pounds and you're trying to get down to like 180, you should probably shoot for 180 grams of protein. Okay. The last thing is going to be lifestyle habits. Okay. This is why I created the TruFit Academy because there are many, many ways to feel healthy, lose body fat, and increase your energy without doing all of these intense things that require a lot of time. Okay. So, morning movement is going to be really important, making sure you're really staying hydrated. Men, we're supposed to have at least 2.5 liters of water a day. Okay. Women, we're supposed to have around 2 liters of water a day. Okay. If you're not peeing like 2 to 3 times before noon, you got to be drinking more water. Okay. Understanding protein, okay, making sure we are stretching, keeping our joints, full range of motion in our joints. I also love journaling. I know you guys, a lot of you guys like writing down goals, writing down like things that you've done in the past that worked, things that you did in the past that didn't work. But writing things down, seeing what's working, seeing what you're good at is going to help you kind of stay on track because then it's not just up here, but it's also in front of you so you can read it. Okay. But building these powerful lifestyle habits is going to be really, really crucial, especially if you don't have time to go to the gym every single day, or if you don't have time to meal prep every single day. These are the things that take up little time, take up little effort, and that will help you maintain a healthy lifestyle. Okay. All right, here's some action steps that you guys can start taking today. Okay. Some go-to meals that you can always rely on. If you have a crock pot or a air fryer, you are already ahead of the game because those are my two favorite things to meal prep in and to make food with. Okay. So if you don't have a lot of time, crock pot, anything is going to be really easy because you put it on low for 6 hours and you're done, right? Chicken and veggies, or like we do rice and like sausage a lot in the crock pot with some chicken broth and just cooks on low for 6 hours and it's good to go. Okay. I love ground beef and rice with veggies. It's a really good idea. Salmon is high in protein. It's high in healthy fats. So if your goal is to maintain muscle and lose body fat at the same time, salmon is going to be a go-to protein that's going to be really, really healthy. Okay. Another thing you guys can do is a 10-minute body weight workout at home. Okay. I know it's not as intense as what you're used to, but I would rather you guys do something for 10 minutes every single day versus going to the gym only twice a week for 2 hours. Okay. Because what happens is when you go to the gym for 2 hours, you're going to push yourself, you're going to be sweaty, you're going to be tired, and it's going to feel really good, but then you're most likely going to be sore for a day or two. You're not going to want to do anything. And if you're trying to replenish yourself from that hard workout, you're going to be eating more calories than what you need, which is going to lead to weight gain anyways. So, guys, I'd rather you just do like 5 rounds of jumping jacks, push-ups, leg lifts, running in place, going out for a mile-long walk. Just do something to help you keep the blood flowing, okay? And then the last thing is, guys, those morning check-in habits, okay? Like if you need an alarm, if you need an accountability buddy, if you need a checklist, a calendar, if you need something that's not just you keeping yourself accountable, but external sources helping you stay accountable, that is going to be a lot more beneficial. Okay. Did you guys notice that these action steps kind of highlight this 3-step framework, right? Movement, sustainable nutrition, lifestyle habits. Okay. And these are things that you can build on. I know it's not easy to just jump out of the gate and do all of this all at once. Start small, build a habit for yourself, and then you can add on every week or every 2 weeks or so, and then you can kind of build it out as you go. Okay. All right, guys. The reason why this matters is because the only person that is able to take care of your career, your family, your wife, your kids is you. And if you can't take care of yourself, you cannot expect to take care of anything else. Okay. This is not a selfish thing. This is, I need to do this for me, because if I don't do this for me, I can't show up for anything else. Okay. Like, no one's going to want to hire you. No one's going to want to work with you if they can see you can't even take care of your own body. You can't even stay disciplined to sticking to a normal routine. How can I trust you to, do your work, follow deadlines, all this other kind of stuff if you can't take care of yourself? Okay. So discipline equals long-term health. This gives you more energy for work, more connection with your spouse, and a lot more confidence to lead your group. Okay. And having a plan matters. Okay. If you don't have a plan, you're not going to see results. If you don't have any accountability, then a plan without any kind of action is just a future goal that never gets reached. Okay. And it's not about looking good. It's not about looking sexy. It's not about getting a six-pack. It's not about being a model. It's just about feeling healthy in your body, feeling confident that you know what you're doing, and it's about staying in control. Okay. Here are a couple of clients that I've had in the past, guys. I'm not really showing this to show off. What I'm saying is a lot of these guys struggled for a lot of years. Okay. Most of them were overweight, struggling because they either didn't know what kind of routine to do or what kind of nutrition to focus on between work, between kids, between different businesses that they had going on. They just didn't have time. So what I did was brought them into the TruFit Academy, started implementing some healthier habits into their lifestyle. And as we were to build onto it, guys, it got easier and easier. And this is what's possible if you do that. Okay. All right, guys, here's my invitation real quick. Okay. If you need help with your plan, okay, you don't really understand what you need to do specifically for your body type according to your schedule. Okay. I do offer one-to-one coaching plans. Okay. We can work together for anywhere between 3 to 12 months. But I want to make sure that it actually is going to make sense for you and for your budget. And if it doesn't, then that's all good. But if it doesn't work out, guys, please go find something else. Go find another coach. Go find someone to help you along with this journey. Okay. If you guys want to book a call, you can scan the QR code with your phone and book a call with me. When you do book a call with me, guys, I'm going to give you a healthy habit tracker just to get you started. Okay. These healthy habit tracker is incredible because it's not really about workouts, not really about dieting, none of that kind of stuff. It's just talking about an easy checklist that you can check things off as you go throughout the day so that it's not on your mind. You don't regret not doing something that day. You feel like you accomplished something. Okay. Because you guys don't have to do this alone. I know it's hard, especially if you've always had someone telling you what to do all the time. But now that you're on your own, you don't have to struggle alone. There's so many different resources out there. But getting started is definitely going to be the first step. Okay. So again, guys, please book a call with me if you have any questions or if you want to learn more about my one-to-one coaching. If you do book a call with me, I will automatically send you my healthy habit tracker. Okay.
Hey, Johnny, I appreciate